Hi, I'm Jody Facina, and today I'm going to talk to you about a term that's bandied around quite often in both politics and the media: controlling the narrative. In politics, controlling the narrative basically means politicians and political parties saying what they will or won't do, or what they have or haven't done. In the last month, with allegations of a rape within Parliament House and other unsavoury behaviour, the government have been open to accusations and claims that they've lost control of the narrative.
If you were the boss of a business and there'd been an alleged rape on your watch, and this incident we heard about last night on your watch, your job would probably be in a bit of jeopardy, wouldn't it? Doesn't it look like you've lost control of your ministerial staff here?
Well, I'll let you editorialise as you like, Andrew. But if anyone in this room wants to offer up the standards in their own workplaces by comparison, I'd invite you to do so.
Well, they're better than these, I would suggest.
Let me take you up on that. Let me take you up on that. Right now, you'd be aware in your own organisation that there is a person who has had a complaint made against them for harassment of a woman in a women's toilet. And that matter is being pursued by your own HR department.
I'm not aware of it.
You're not aware of it. So let's not, all of us who sit in glass houses here, start getting into that.
In my many years of experience, one of the key reasons corporates and people come and seek my advice is because they want to have a narrative to take the government, or they've lost control of the narrative that they have had. Obviously, it's important when engaging with government and bureaucrats that you tell your own story. You do not want others defining that story for you and engaging with those that you need to speak to as to who you are as an organisation and what your organisation stands for. For a company or organisation, having a compelling narrative is also about having a leader who can clearly articulate a vision or strategy. At the core of any narrative, though, is storytelling. It's vitally important that you can communicate about what your organisation is, what you stand for, via storytelling. And it is through storytelling that you engender trust, and it is through trust that you can then persuade key stakeholders like politicians and bureaucrats to consider a proposal or a policy change that you may wish to discuss with them. Controlling the narrative is very important, but occasionally it can spin out of control, and that may not necessarily be an organisation or company's fault. But the common error that is repeated time and time again is that organisation or company goes to ground. It is the worst thing that you can do. In times like that, you need to open up more lines of communication, both with government stakeholders, bureaucratic stakeholders, and also, where appropriate, with the media. You need to be telling your story. You need to be controlling your narrative. So if a narrative or a story is spinning out of control for you, take hold of it and tell your own story. I hope you've enjoyed my insights and that I've given you an understanding of the importance of storytelling in government relations and engagement with Canberra.